Hello everyone, I am Pratyush. I have done a project in machine learning along with my friend Deepak, house price prediction. For this, we have taken a dataset. Let me show you that. There was a survey conducted in US on house sales. This is our dataset. Here we have taken price as the target variable. Uh, remaining variables we have divided into categorical and numerical. Here, the motive of our project is to find the best models like linear regression or rotation tree from our training data, and we use them to predict the target. That is the price here on the test data. Initially, in the step one, we have started questioning the data. We have assumed few hypotheses. These are the hypotheses. Let me show you our Python notebook. Uh, First, I have imported the dataset, and then we have started our EDA. This is our univariate analysis. First, I have drawn a box plot for the target variable. As you can see, there are many outliers. And in the predictors in square feet living also, it has many outliers. And I then have checked the skewness of it using this plot. They are right skewed. Then we have done bivariate analysis. We have used a pair plot to see the relation between the target variable and the predictors. Then we have separately analyze the relation between them. Here you can see that grade has a is increasing roughly with respect to price, and even square feet living has a positive relation. But here you can see that waterfront has no relation with the target variable, and even the view has no relation with it. And then we have used a heat map to find the correlation between the target variable and of course among the predators as well. Uh, Here are the conclusions we got from the univariate analysis and the bivariate analysis which I've shown you just now. And then we have few unexpected results. Here, surprisingly, the house price doesn't increase with the increase in the condition of the house. Like you can see the scatter plot here for the houses with the condition 3 have higher prices. And we have another surprising element here. The price is not depending on the year of construction. Like you can see here, there is not much difference. Like if the houses are recently constructed and they are new, you expect the price to be higher, but here they are almost the same. And we have another surprising element as well. Here the square feet lot shows very low correlation with our target variable, but we have considered in our hypothesis that there will be a positive relation. It will increase roughly, but here it's not. You can see this in the scatter plot. Then we have in the initial model fitting, we have taken these variables as our predictors from the heat map which I have shown you. Let me show you again. Here you can see that price has a higher correlation with square feet living, and it also has a higher correlation with grade. So, and from this heat map, we have chosen our predictors, and then we have fit another model as well, and we have got the RMSE and R square as well from the tenfold cross validation. This shows that our model did not perform well as the RMSE scores are high and the R square values are less. You can see that the accuracy of the model is just 53 and 46 respectively. So we have done feature engineering, and that will be explained by my friend Deepak.
Uh, Hello, I'm Deepak. I'll be continuing the project. So as we see that our model performed very badly, so let's do some feature engineering on our variables. So we can do two types of feature transformation. The first type of feature engineering, so log transformation and square root transformation. I'll be showing you in Jupyter Notebook. We can see that the for square feet living, the skewness is very high and towards the right side. So we'll convert those into logarithmic functions, and then we can see that the skew is reduced and it's almost normalized, and also it reduces the spread. So by doing that, log transformation and square root transformation, we call this process as feature transformation. And also for the date column, which has values like these, we'll be converting them into year like this, so that we can find the age of the house later. We'll be coming to that, and there it is, feature generation, age. So age will be determined by date minus year built, which will give us our age of the house. Then we'll fit those new variables which are generated in the model, and see if our R square has increased and RMSE has decreased. We have done that by taking the new age and logarithmic function predictors, two of them, and we see that our R square has almost remained the same, and I've written that here. So now let's go to backward elimination. Now what backward elimination does is, we just give all the variables available for us in the data set and just check the p-value which has more than 0.05. I'll be showing you that. So here it is. We have considered all the predictors, all the variables as predictors, and we see the p-values here which are greater than 0.05. We have removed them, drop, using drop in the pandas function, and again after dropping we check again. We see that none of them have 0.05 more than 0.05. So we just drop the constant which we added for linear regression and do using sklearn, and we find that our R square has increased somewhat. And let's do the forward selection now. So we can do that by using an internal function available to us, mlextend, and sequential feature selection. In this, we'll also give all the variables as predictors, and then this is the syntax for SFS, sequential forward selector, feature selector, and we have to give how many features we want as to use as predictors, and the scoring R2. It will try to maximize the R2, and it gives us the indexes. We can use those indexes and do our linear regression again. We see that our R square has somewhat increased from our initial models. Slowly we are getting there. So model 3, let's see our slides. We are done with backward elimination, we are done with forward elimination, we have seen the RV score, we have recorded them, and model decision tree. So let's take some decision tree predictors. So these are the predictors I have taken. These are the predictors I got from the sequential feature selection from regression, as you can see. So data, and I have done decision tree regressor on it with hyperparameters as max depth is equal to 5 and the min sample sweep is equal to 5, and I have fit those. I have done tenfold cross validation on our training data and got RMS is equal to this, May is equal to this, R2 is equal to this. Not bad but not good also. And I've again taken the predictors as those which we got from our backward elimination of the through linear regression. I've done the same thing again. I've recorded this. Our R square increases, but we should not consider this as the number of predictors we have is more, so R square increases generally. Now this is the important part. We will do sequential feature selector through decision tree. That is, before we have taken the model as linear regressor, now we have to take decision tree regressor, keeping the hyperparameters same, and key features we want to have is 6, and the scoring we'll consider is root mean square. So our algorithm will try to reduce it and give our indexes so that we can take those and just easily put it here and calculate. So we get RMS is equal to this and this. So this has been our best model as of yet. So let's consider this one and some other one as to test on our test data and predict the price values. So where were we? Our PPT decision tree is done for us. So let's do the testing. Um Before we do this testing, let's select the best model. The last model was our best one, this one, and I have taken the next best one just to compare it with the test data, and that is this. So I have done the testing. I've taken the predictors here. Let me show you the code. uh, but before doing testing, we have to change the same, we have to change the features which we have changed on train data exactly. So I have done this and added our log, square root, everything, date. I have given age, as you can see, for the test data also. And I've done the linear regression, which the model, first model we have selected, the second best one, and we get r square as this, RMSE as this on our test data. And the decision last one, I have taken this and then decision tree regressor, and we have got this. So this was our project. I hope you enjoyed as much as we did doing it. Thank you everyone.